Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I'm just Jordan. What's the crack? What's the bleeding scandal, boys? How are we all getting on? I hope we're having an absolutely beautiful day, because today, ladies and gentlemen, if you are a golf fan, today is a beautiful day. Take a seat, sit back, relax with me. We are going to watch and break down a little bit the EA Sports PGA Tour gameplay trailer that has just dropped today. Once we have finished watching the trailer, we will be reading the official notes in relation to all kind of the details of the game, the courses, the gameplay mechanics, everything like that, all that good stuff you guys want to know. At the time of recording, the notes and stuff like that I'm about to read to you will be under embargo, so I will be reading these notes while you essentially watch kind of gameplay footage from the trailer. But if you want to see these for yourself, you can go on them on EA Sports website, and you can read through all the core gameplay details. But like I said, at the time of recording, it's embargoed, so I cannot show it to you on the screen. But when this video comes out, you will be able to see that. But guys, before we dive into this feckin' scrumptious trailer, if you haven't liked the video and you're not subscribed, it'd be greatly appreciated, because we will be bringing you as much news as humanly possible about EA Sports PGA Tour for the foreseeable future. And obviously we'll be playing an EA Sports PGA Tour career mode on the channel as well, guys. So without further ado, let's do this. Oh, it's been too long. Oh.
The goal for gameplay in EA Sports PGA Tour is to provide all the tools you need to realistically attack every hole on every course the same way the pros do. To achieve this, we're introducing Pure Strike, accompanied by a set of 20 shot types. Powered by official ShotLink and TrackMan data, Pure Strike incorporates the three parts of every golf shot: fluid swing mechanics, innovative ball behavior, and lifelike course dynamics. Every golf shot starts with a swing, and no
we've got a good range of golfers there.
So we captured stances for every pro golfer in the game. Then we mapped their attributes to a variety of stats from ShotLink and TrackMan data.
Hopefully customizable swings will be a thing.
Scheffler's drives flying off the tee at the same trajectory as Jordan's.
I know we want that, and people wanted that in the 2K games.
You'll see a swing meter that will serve as a gauge for your backswing, using the left or right analog stick depending on your preference.
Oh, you see slow. Okay, so it's like tempo.
So you can focus on the animation itself in order to execute the swing.
Oh, man, the graphics
are good. The length of your backswing and the speed of your follow-through both factor into the power and accuracy of your shot, and you'll receive on-screen feedback after every swing.
Okay, that's
cool. The swing
cool.
mechanic is highly accurate.
Wow, this is very in-depth. Okay.
Input with scalable forgiveness, so you can focus more on the actual strategy.
And the details look so nice.
Shot. There are 20 total shot types
at
your disposal in EA Sports PGA Tour. Each shot type produces different ball behavior.
There's no way I'm putting that in Augusta.
Different situations, and each utilizes different club types.
Oh, wow.
With plenty of ways to modify shot types, there are over 1,300 shot variations in the game. Some of the more basic shot types, like punch, pitch, and blast, you'll use throughout your
splash?
Runs.
Question mark?
Others, like stinger,
kind of like splash in 2K.
flop, hack, and Texas wedge, to name a few, can be used in more strategic ways. So it's important to choose the right tool for the job. New ball behavior has been redesigned from the ground up. New technology allows every bounce and roll to behave
that's going to take getting used to.
Across a greater variety
but
of
definitely a welcome change.
Course conditions. As the ball travels, you'll receive on-screen feedback about various aspects of the ball's flight milestones.
Oh, that's a bit of me.
Once your shot lands, new ball behavior enables more realistic interactions between
there's so much stuff there. Power, swing, apex, so much detail. That's obviously for the TrackMan that she said, though.
You'll see the golf ball bounce, dribble, and roll as it travels across different terrains and cuts of grass. Naturally, a fairway will cause more dribbling than a green surface, and as part of the new course dynamics, you'll notice
the spin is going to take a lot of getting used to as well.
Smoother fairways.
There we go, shot type, power drive, particular type of degree driver.
The goal is to backswing to the perfect point, which dynamically updates as you adjust your aim on the green. Under and overswings are possible when you're putting, and tempo matters too. Line up your putt, adjust for elevation, and sink it.
Wow, okay, that's going to be different.
With putting, we've added an assistant aim option that you can toggle on or off. Finally, we're bringing back some gameplay mechanics from
and
previous
Augusta, baby.
titles like Power Boost,
Augusta looks so
Spin
good.
Control, Big Hit, and Heartbeat moments. So you can hit a perfectly timed
throwback
drive,
to a Tiger Woods
button mash
08.
to adjust spin,
The heartbeat
and feel
moments.
the suspense of a great shot inching towards the cup in slow motion.
Oh yeah.
We set out to build the premier golf gameplay experience, and with the introduction of Pure Strike and other great gameplay features, we're just getting started.
Oh hell yeah, baby. Available for feckin' pre-order now, ladies and gentlemen. It is available for pre-order now. But guys, wow, there is a lot to break down there. There's a lot to break down there. We obviously got forms of tempo. We got to see kind of TrackMan. We got to see courses, the different types of shots. And we got to see a lot in that gameplay trailer, but I feel like instead of going back through the trailer, I feel like the notes that EA have released themselves will actually be more beneficial than probably breaking down this trailer. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So guys, the first thing that EA mentioned was the Pure Strike. So this is meant to give you all the tools to basically realistically attack every hole on every golf course in the same way the pros do. This is featuring the Shot Link and TrackMan. That's how we got all the kind of like the spin, the elevation, the face angle that we kind of saw in that trailer. We also have some more innovative ball behavior, allowing every bounce and every roll to have more accuracy across a variety of terrain and courses and conditions. We saw that when the commentator did say that the fairways in Augusta vary to the fairways in St. Andrews or Pebble Beach. So that's going to be very interesting to see how that plays. And we do have the new fluid swing mechanics to provide more realistic shot results. This is essentially tempo. The commentator touched upon it there in the trailer, saying about I suppose more relation to putting, but we do essentially have a tempo system for the swing in this game as the main swing mechanic. So we have backswing length, which is very important. This is how far your golfer takes the club back as you pull down on your swing stick. We have the forward swing speed, so how fast your golfer swings forward or how fast you push up with your swing stick, and we have swing plane. So we have three core fundamentals here. You have to get perfect timing for taking the club back, swinging it forward, and getting a good swing plane. So that is going to be very difficult, but it is going to be very fun at the same time. You'll be able to see your golfer's swing meter directly tied to your golfer's animation. You can time shots exactly how you'd like to in real life. Since there's no artificial meter, you'll have to hit it in order to carry out the perfect swing. The visuals say it all. Okay, that is going to be very interesting and a very interesting gameplay mechanic. Very similar, I suppose, to 2K PGA Tour with their tempo system. But EA, it seems like it's going to be more difficult because you're going to have backswing tempo. As if I think 2K is just forward swing, whereas EA is going to be backswing and forward swing. So it's going to be a lot more difficult, and I think the people that are more looking for a challenge out there, that you're definitely going to get it. So obviously then with the tempo, you have your backswing length, your forward swing speed will impact the power of your shot. So for example, if your backswing is too long, you'll overswing it. If it's too short, you'll underswing. If your forward swing is too fast or too slow, your shot won't go the intended distance. So getting the perfect shot will rely on your ability to time out and carry these actions accurately, just like a real life golfer would. And then for putting, which is a pretty interesting one, the goal is to backswing perfectly, which dynamically updates as you adjust your aim on the green. Okay, so that's going to be like an adjustable tempo, and that's going to be kind of interesting or an adjustable backswing. That's going to be interesting for, obviously, you know, if you're going up a slope, down a slope, is it fast greens, is it slow greens, you know, kind of, I don't know, maybe with the TrackMan, the type of different, like if they're going that in depth with the courses, how the ball reacts, will it be different types of grass on the greens, stuff like that. So it's going to be very interesting to see how the ball reacts with putting. So then going into the course dynamics and the ball behavior, EA are obviously using the Frostbite engine, which I'm pretty sure is used for FIFA, but it's a pretty powerful engine, so that's why it looks pretty unreal. I think Battlefield are using it as well. Battlefield 1 could have been using it, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's why the game looks just stunning. There are 30 courses at launch. It does say at launch, so maybe in the future there'll be more possibilities of updates with that. It doesn't list the exact ones, but we know obviously the 4 majors are there. We know St. Andrews is there. We know I think the PGA Championship and the US Open course for this year, and I think last year are in it, and obviously Augusta National is in it. So some people straight away might be concerned, especially with 2K and the whole course creator thing. Obviously there are 30 courses. People might think, oh well, will that be boring to play? Personally, I don't think so. I don't think EA will either, because it says here no two courses are identical, so shots on every course will behave differently based on the speed and firmness of the fairways, fringe and the green, as well as the firmness and length of the first and second cut. And I think obviously the weather conditions and stuff like that, it does seem very dynamic and very true to life. And obviously it says here we built every course with state-of-the-art LiDAR data captured by a helicopter or drone, mapping out vegetation, slopes and terrain into the engine. So the golf courses are like probably as close to real life as you can possibly get in a game. So I don't think there'll be any kind of debate as to like all the golf courses playing the same or being boring. They will play differently, they will be present a different challenge, and they will be pretty fun. So obviously then with your golfer in the career mode and like, you know, the whole creation and your I suppose your play type, it's all going to depend basically on your ability to swing on the course. So each golfer has their own set of skills that they can unlock and develop the more they play. You'll be able to build your own golfer in career mode to match your style of play, and each golfer's skill set impacts gameplay differently, but all of them will combine to create a unique golfer with strengths and weaknesses that you'll have to strategize around. Your golfer will have 4 main skills, so obviously power, you know, distance off the tee, smashing a driver, accuracy, you know, how close you can hit it. You're going to have control, so your spin, your shaping, and then you're going to have recovery. So, you know, if you're in the heavy rough, if you're in the trees, you know, how well are you going to be able to recover from very kind of dodgy situations? And then within those core skills, you know, it's not just going to be a case of, you know, oh, all you have is a basic shot for driving, all you have is a basic shot for kind of approaches or whatever. The game did touch upon it in the trailer that you do have up to 20 different types of 20 different types of shot in the game. So for the driver, the driving shot types, you have a drive, a power drive, and a stinger. The drive is just standard swing with the driver, you know, consistent distance and accuracy off the tee. Power drive is obviously a bit of a more powerful swing off the tee where your golfer really wants to get more distance and split and smash it down the fairway. A stinger, really low powerful shot that keeps the ball under the wind. It's going to be useful in, you know, St. Andrews or I suppose Pebble Beach, any truly windy golf course. For approaches then obviously accuracy is going to be crucial, so you're going to have there's multiple approach shots. There's nearly up to 7. We have the standard approach, which is the standard full swing shot to get the distance of, you know, to the flag or wherever you're hitting. You have the power approach, which is a more powerful full swing when the golfer wants to get more distance from terrain, which comes with slightly larger shot dispersion than the approach as a result of the extra effort putting into the swing. So that's going to come down to maybe a shrinkage in tempo or maybe in lack of forgiveness. The punch, a really low shot without a lot of power that keeps the ball under the wind and generates a lot of roll. So similar to the stinger, but for an approach. We have the knockdown, a full swing shot that gets the ball to fly lower than normal, but high enough to just land soft and stop, mainly used to minimize the impact of wind or on softer courses to prevent the ball from spinning back too much. Interesting. When I read knockdown, I was like, that's a bit of me. I'm a duffer, I'm a slicer, I'm a fucking knockdowner. But yeah, that's a very interesting shot type as well. Then we have the finesse, which is a shorter, more versatile shot where with a wider variety of distances in the approach. Okay. Mainly used when you're at a distance that is between clubs on your normal approach, or when you get too close to the green for an approach but you're too far for a short game shot. Kind of similar to a pitch shot in PGA Tour 2K23 for anyone that's played those games. The pitch shot is kind of like an in-between, so they're kind of going for more of I suppose a different name of a finesse, which is a good name. And finally, from the approaches with the irons, you have the hack, which is a powerful full swing that is only used, it's only used from the first cut or the second cut or the heavy rough. There's less power penalty, but these thicker grasses, it's used for thicker grasses than other shot types, and it's a valuable asset on the course. Very thick and penalizing rough. Okay, so it's basically just gouging it out of the heavy rough. That's the shot type you use with an iron. I'm guessing you get it to chase up the fairway and, you know, run onto the green. Moving on to the short game shot types, we've a lot of options there as well. We actually have the pitch, so I got that wrong. The finesse is obviously just a longer version of the pitch, maybe like a pitch with a 5-iron essentially, which is just standard half swing shot that gets the ball up to the green with a normal amount of rollout, and it can be used anywhere around the green except for bunkers. Okay, so you're obviously not going to be able to use certain shot types out of the bunkers. I know in 2K23 there was the whole thing of splashes broken. People were using chips and pitches and whatever out of bunkers, so obviously, and flops. So obviously you can only use a certain shot type out of the bunker. or maybe they're limiting maybe more OP kind of shots out of the bunkers, which I think is pretty good. You're going to have to use a set shot type out of the bunker. And the next one is a runner, so a low flying half swing shot that can be used anywhere around the green except for bunkers. With the spinner, a half swing shot with more speed. This helps with more spin on the green, or gets more spin on the ball rather, and it gets it to check up instead of roll out after landing. Interesting. Then we have your standard flop, which is a long swing that lobs the ball high into the air and lands softly on the green. With the long flop, which is just a longer distance version of that. With the high flop, which is just a version of the flop that goes extremely high and lands and stops immediately. Maybe for something, we saw it in the trailer actually, just literally getting over a bunker and trying to land in a pin that's just on the other side of the bunker and getting it to stop. We have the blast, a shot that specifically is used out of bunkers. Okay, so the blast is what we use out of bunkers now, and it says it's a shot specifically to be used out of bunkers. So whether that's locked or maybe there's an option to choose between that, we'll have to see. This swing hits the sand behind the ball to get loft out of it in the bunker and onto the green. And finally we have the pick, which is an alternative shot out of the bunkers. Okay, so we have the choice between blast and pick out of the bunkers. So this is a cleaner strike that hits less sand and gets more roll on the ball, allowing for more spin and less rollout. Wait, did I read that right? Oh, it hits less sand. Okay, so it gets more spin than the blast. The blast is more of a rollout, and the pick is more of a out and stop. And then finally for putting, we actually have 3 shot types of putting. We have the standard putt, which is, you know, a stroke just along, you know, a standard putting stroke you can use on the green or on the fringe. We have a chip with the putter, which is a short putting style shot, I couldn't speak there, with wedges and short irons that bumps the ball up into the air for a few yards and gets it rolling very quickly. It's mainly used when you're right next to the green to bump the ball over a bit of longer cut terrain and onto the shorter cuts that let it roll out. I think we saw that in one of the clips in the trailer where he was your player was at the back of Augusta. I think it was Augusta, and I said I wouldn't try that in Augusta. And he was at the back of the green and he kind of nudged it up and it went in the hole conveniently. But that was one of the options, so we saw a little bit of the chip there. And the next was the Texas wedge. That was mentioned in the trailer also, which is a stroke with the putter that instantly gets the ball rolling without being used when when not on the green or the fringe. So judging the distance can be tricky, but the shot is extremely effective once it's mastered. So it's basically using your putter as a bit of a wedge to kind of nudge it through the heavy rough to get it onto the green, which is pretty interesting. And then moving on, guys, for the shot types, there's tiers for those. So you can have, you know, your driver, your approaches, your putting, your chipping, your short game, and they can be broken down to bronze, silver and gold. So basically, you know, you probably start off in bronze. The more experience points you get, the more you play the game, you'll obviously go up in tier, and the higher up in tier you are, the better your player will obviously become. These shot types have become easier. So it has it here: the gold shot types will always perform at the skill level of your golfer, while bronze and silver shot types perform below the skill level of your golfer. For example, if your golfer's short game accuracy is 7, a gold short game shot type will have the full impact of that 7, but a bronze or silver short game shot type accuracy will be less than 7. Okay, so that's pretty interesting. So basically you want to be gold or nothing. But yeah, the shot types tiers: multiple shots, dynamic balls, the 30 golf courses, no course plays the same, the 4 majors, the TrackMan with all the shots. We've all the swings, all the swings scanned. We seem to have a good bit of golfers in there. I know Spieth and Scheffler were one of the main ones that were shown predominantly throughout that. But yeah, guys, it looks pretty good overall. So yeah, guys, that was all the information about EA Sports PGA Tour and the gameplay mechanics and the courses and everything like that in the game. Let me know down in the comments below what you think. You know, will you be getting the game? You know, what do you think about the tempo system, all the different shot types, there being 30 courses in the game, the ball mechanics? Let me know down below in the comments below. I'd love to know. And by the way, guys, the game is officially being released on March 24th, and you can pre-order 3 days prior. So it is actually coming out kind of sooner than we think. Like, that's what is it, like 2 months and a week or something like that. So I know it was a bit of a longer video than normal, guys, but obviously I wanted to break it down, do it justice, and give you guys as much details as possible. Like I said, boys, if you're not liked and bleeding subscribbled, I can do it now, yeah? do it now, because you're going to get all the EA Sports news moving forward that I can bring to you for the foreseeable future, and in PGA Tour 2K as well, when I can bring that to you guys. But like I said, I think it looks pretty good. I can't wait just to get my hands on it, play. I can't wait for this game to come out and, you know, just get stuck into the career mode, because I'm a career mode golfer. But like I said, guys, let me know in the comments below all your thoughts about the game. I would absolutely love to know. But until next time, boys, take it easy, have a wonderful day, and look after yourselves.